This leader is provided to facilitate adjustment of focus. Please be aware there are spoilers contained in this video presentation.
It's a California can't take heights type guy. It's all part of a murder gone awry. Jimmy Stewart goes out, becomes a perfect alibi. Acrophobia guy in California. Maybe close your eye in California.
So Vertigo was released in 1958 and directed by Alfred Hitchcock. And it was nominated for art direction and sound.
If you're going to pull somebody up off of a roof, the way that cop was standing, that is not how you pull somebody up off of a roof.
Right.
Well, obviously, it did not work very well for him. How did he get off?
Somebody came by with a rope.
The guy they were chasing came back and got him. It is not my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie. I get it. There's a lot more going on with the storytelling than just some dude stalking some lady. And it was okay. There was something unsettling about it. I want to say it reminds me a lot of Mulholland Drive.
I want to talk about the real stars of this movie, and that's the Jaguar, the DeSoto, and the Herrmann.
I was going to say the 1957 Jaguar MK5678.
They've got some wicked cars.
I wouldn't stand on that step stool. Holy mackerel. And having the step stool right next to the window, like I know that feeling. Don't do that.
Kind of feels like you're just in a dream where he makes her up to look just like she used to. That Alfred Hitchcock was like, that's all about necrophilia. And he's like, that's what I wanted it to be. And I'm like, really, dude?
The word that showed up the most in my notes was creepy.
I don't like it. No, we'll take it.
And it takes on different connotations as you progress, because it goes from like creepy Victorians, the Kittrick Motel, to them almost exclusively being Scottie being creepy. I think that society as a whole, like their opinion of stalking changed pretty dramatically since then. This story was just kind of icky. And honestly, like the necrophilia thing, I hadn't heard or thought about that, but that makes sense and that makes it worse. So thanks for that.
Hitchcock is really into the voyeurism. He was kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The way he kind of went ahead and just told the story this way, it's a very convoluted package.
When they started talking about possession, I was just like, what? Ghosts? What? Why?
If you're talking about a rational adult planning a murder, and it hinges on convincing an old pal that's got vertigo that your wife is crazy and thinks she's possessed, and then you're gonna hike a body up to the top of a tower without being seen by the nuns that seem to be ever present, because they show up.
He would have almost had to have taken his wife and murdered her there in the tower, because like the autopsy would, if he had a dead body like sitting around, that in the autopsy would have actually shown up. But I mean, you sit there and go, well, like you're right, there's so much going on.
The plans that work are plans that are pretty straightforward and don't have a lot of moving parts. This has so many moving parts that the moving parts have moving parts.
Yeah.
Right.
You've got to trust this actress that you can't trust, because obviously she falls in love with Scottie, even after he strips her all the way down and puts her in his bed.
Yeah.
Right.
I had to dry your clothes, including all your underwear.
Ooh, yeah.
And before that, I had realized that, so she's absolutely an accessory to murder. I mean, that's absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and when you're a millionaire guy, what you want to do is have an accessory to murder that's just kind of running around.
Yeah.
Living in the same town, that, you know.
Oh, working, going to work every day? Like, yeah.
Yeah, dude, if you got that over somebody, I don't think that they work anymore at that point. There's one point in my notes where it just says, Scottie, no.
He's kind of hard to get behind because he's such a creeper. Well, and to think that he's just a tool.
Oh, he's a tool.
And then Vera, that character is just so pathetic and like, come on, just have some self-respect. And painting, oh
yeah,
no, not the painting.
The painting was pretty rough.
It's never gonna work out the way that you want it to, and you're a really good painter, so like, go find somebody else.
How about the roughest judge in the world? Well, Scottie, you're kind of a big lame-o, and if you had been more of a man, then maybe she wouldn't have died. But you're really, for as lame as you are, you couldn't have changed anything because of your lameness. So you're off the hook. It's like, holy mackerel, dude. Ease up, friend.
Dude, that restaurant, I don't know that I could have eaten in that restaurant with the red walls. Red velvet walls.
One of my notes is, that is the reddest dining room I have ever seen.
This is one of those movies that it helped to actually watch people doing analysis of it to kind of go, okay, that makes more sense now.
I saw a title of one that said, she represented ... I'm like, oh, people represent things. Okay, that's the level that I'm not on. Another travelogue for going to San Fran, because, the shots of San Fran were beautiful.
I've been to that art museum. It's awesome.
I was going to state that Kai and I, on our honeymoon, we came down through the Redwoods and went to that art museum as well. It is terrific.
And they've got the thinker out front.
Yeah. And then that ending, my final word, and get the buzzer ready. This movie is f***ed up.
Talk about a French ending where it's just like all the things that you're hoping kind of maybe it'll work out. Nope.
I heard voices.
No ukuleles in this movie. But I thought I saw the ghost of a ukulele in it somewhere.
And it was green.
And represented strife.
Represented confusion.
I think I would actually give it 3 ukuleles. Maybe 2.5 ukuleles. Because it was, like, I had never seen it before. I did enjoy it. It definitely surprised me. There were a lot of things that I did not expect at all. There were a lot of things that everybody in film has cribbed from this movie, and the 57 Jaguar. So, yeah, 2.5.
Okay, I was gonna just give it 2, but then you reminded me about the DeSoto, the Carmagia, and the Jaguar. And so I'll give it 2.5. Yeah.
I'm just going to give it 2. It's not my favorite Hitchcock movie. It's convoluted. This is another one of those movies that everyone says is like the best, his greatest work now. I think he's probably done better. It was just strange, but it was entertaining enough. So
it's over.